About 20 years ago, when the world was a lot more pixelated, Steve Jobs introduced OS X to the world, and after some updates with cat names and California landmarks, Apple's finally released OS 11 named Big Sur in November 2020. Big Sur looks fresh with bolder colors and modern graphics, but functionality-wise, doesn't feel that much different. It's got updated icons, rounded edges, it's more translucent, and of course has new wallpaper, but more or less it's the same menu bar, dock, mission control spaces, and the same general experience as before. What you'll find most different is stuff they did to catch up its features to iPhone, like the new control center in the menu bar that contains Wi-Fi settings, volume, display brightness, and others, widgets in the notification center, auto switch function for AirPods, and sending GIFs and messages. Yes, I pronounced it GIF, feel free to fight me in the comments. It's worth noting that a lot of the changes seem to be preparing us for a touchscreen Mac in the future. By the way, a quick tip, you can drag icons from control center to the menu bar to access them more quickly. Safari got a big update, which is catching up with Chrome by offering extensions, translation, and password monitoring. Privacy Report is unique and tells you what sites are tracking you, which is nice, and it does feel a lot lighter than Chrome and very fast, even with tons of tabs open. Definitely gives you less reason to install Chrome, but until Safari enables different browser profiles, which I use every day, I won't be switching from Chrome anytime soon. Apple's been playing catch up to Google Maps too, with new features like Look Around, which is Street View, Guides, which is Saved Places, and Cycling Routes, which actually is only available in a few cities. You can now do things in Messages that you've been doing on your iPhone, like pinned conversations, inline replies, and mentions. It's also easier to send photos. Music and podcasts have a Listen Now page to suggest things you should listen to. Photos has new editing tools just like your iPhone and the ability to add captions to your pictures. If you share your reminders with someone, you can assign reminders to them now. Just remember, they can do the same to you. If you've done group FaceTime calls, you know the person speaking gets bigger on the screen, and now that's also true if you're using sign language. Pretty cool. You can download and use iPhone and iPad apps, but only if you have the new M1 chip. So what does this all mean? Should you update? In general, sure. There are a lot of improvements and it's free, so go ahead. Just a heads up on a few things first. Number one, Big Sur takes more space than before. You lose about 4 gigs by installing it, and that's usually not a huge deal, but if you only have a 128 gig hard drive, might be a factor. Number two, some older devices can't upgrade to Big Sur though. It's gotta be pretty old. Check the list in the description. Number three, this has just been released, so if you really need to use a third-party app, make sure it doesn't have any issues with Big Sur before committing to the install. But for most of you, updating is going to be smooth and painless, and everything's going to work fine. There are really no major reasons to not update. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.